Ah, today is a good day. Nick with CC Minis here. I've been asked a lot to show you guys how to glitch your own 3D models like I've been doing, and today I'm going to show you how to do exactly that. Wait, hold on. Huge disclaimer, I am by no means an expert on how to 3D model. I'm just getting into it. This is the way that I've been doing it, using Blender, which is a free piece of software. There's almost certainly a better way to do this. This is just what's been working well for me. So anyway, here we go. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, first thing we gotta do is pick out a model. I've been doing famous sculptures from either the Greco-Roman or Renaissance eras, as they match the aesthetic that I am looking for. I will put a link to the Thingiverse page in the description below, but we're going to use a bust of Mary by Michelangelo. Not the turtle, I mean the guy who painted this. Which, side note, weird Michelangelo fact, he hated painting. Despised it. Even in a letter to the Pope discussing the Sistine Chapel, he signed his name Michelangelo Sculptor. Talk about some workplace sass. It's a cool sculpture that fits in really well with the theme of the vaporwave terrain project I've been building. To start, I'm going to open this up in Blender. You need to import it as an STL file, so go to File, Import, STL, then find the file on your computer. And here she is. She's a little too large in charge at the moment, but we can easily shrink her down using this scale function. So I want to be able to grab big chunks of this model, and I want the angle of all the slices of the model to be consistent and parallel to the bottom. So I'm going to go up here to this 3D cross thingy and click the green Y icon. This makes Blender show the model as if we were looking at it from dead in front. You can also click and hold the middle mouse button while moving your mouse to rotate the view around the model, but by using these buttons we can get the perfect view every time. Next up is to go up here above the directional cross thingy and click the circle that looks like it has a grid. This switches the way Blender visualizes the model. Initially it looked like a real object, and now it looks like a wireframe, which is kind of like if we made the model out of chicken wire. Now I'm going to switch over from object to edit mode in the upper left hand over here, which will give us the tool set we need to make the glitches. I have the model selected at first, so I did a quick click that allows me to deselect. Then I'm going to grab a selection of the model that I want to mess around with. Just to show you, if you don't have the object in wireframe mode and you attempt to select a chunk of the model, it will only select parts of the model that the camera sees, not behind it, kind of like this. Once we have our selection, it's time to start messing around with it. To move it around, you can click this little 4-arrow diamond thingy, which allows us to move it. It's the move function. From here, we can use the 3 arrows that pop up to move the selection around as we like. A good way to see if you are liking how it looks so far is to go back to object mode and solid view mode. So I'm liking how this glitch looks so far, but I'm going to add 1 or 2 more sections. I go about this in the same way, switch to edit, wireframe, grab a chunk of the model, move it, and then move on to the next area. The tool right under the move function is rotate, by the way. I don't use it quite as often as the move tool, but you know, it's cool to mess around with every once in a blue moon. From here, I will continue until I'm happy with the model overall. Word of warning here, it's super easy to go way too far with this. A whole bunch of really small glitches across the model just doesn't read right. I've tried it a few times, and I don't know about that. Now that I'm happy with the model, it's time to export it for 3D printing. You go up here on the upper left hand side, hit File, Export, and save it as an STL file. To open the STL file, I'm going to use Cura, another free piece of software. In Cura, I want to set the size of the bust relative to the plinth, and set the file up to print both at once. This is about how large I wanted it to be, but unfortunately when I sliced the model it was going to take up almost a full day, which is not going to work as I need to release this video tomorrow. Whoops. So I'll quickly resize it down so we can actually get it done. Alright, let's get this puppy printing. Okay, here's the finished print. I'm going to quickly prime this blue outside and wait a few hours before painting her up. I've already covered this painting technique in another video, so I'll just call out the parts that are different when you're doing it on a bust as opposed to terrain. Now, I want to address something that I've been asked a lot, and that's the STL files and whether or not I will release them. And I don't think I'm ever going to release the 3D files I do for these glitched models. Now, just hold on. Before you burn me at the stake, let me explain. I value the uniqueness of these glitched models a lot. Every single one is completely unique, at least so far. I don't even keep the files for myself to reprint. When you imagine something glitching, it's like random and chaotic and doesn't really follow any patterns. So that is why I'm sharing how to do this. I want to see more of these, but different, unique versions. Wouldn't it be great if everyone grabbed themselves the same 3D scan of David? It's pronounced David, glitched it in their own unique way, and put their own paint scheme on it? I think it would look awesome seeing those all together. You could take multiples of them, put them on top of each other, and like make a stop motion of the different glitches. I don't know. It'd be cool. All right, well that's enough of my rant. One thing that you're going to see me do throughout this speed paint is try to paint these in a way that the light matches on both sides of a glitch. Like the different bands of light that follow the face on this model, or how the light continues down this model's arm. It appears that the model is being lit and then glitched, as opposed to being glitched and then lit. Does that make any sense at all? Another thing I did to these models is add this turquoise to the different cracks you can see here, or the insides of the glitch. I went with teal because it's such a different color to everything else on the palette. And since it's so different, it makes the inside of these glitches look otherworldly and like it shouldn't be there, which is the effect I'm after. I hope you really enjoyed the process. I'm going to show a few photos of the final result, as well as a few of the other ones that I've been making recently. If you decide to do this yourself, please let me know. I'm really curious to see how these turn out for other people. And as always, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. and maybe even share it with a friend. I'm really trying to grow this channel. And as always, stay healthy and take care.